Petroleum. A liquid mixture of hydrocarbons that can be refined to produce fuels like gasoline, kerosene, and diesel oil. Petty. Of little importance or trivial. Pharmacist. A person qualified to prepare and dispense medicinal drugs. Pharmacy. A place where medicinal drugs are prepared, dispensed, or sold. Phase. A distinct period or stage in a process of change or development. Photographic. Relating to or resembling photographs. Picturesque. Visually attractive, especially in a quaint or charming way. Pierce. To pass or break through something with a sharp object. Piety. The quality of being religious or reverent. Pious. Devoutly religious or showing deep devotion. Pipeline. A long pipe, typically underground, used to transport oil or gas over long distances. Pitcher. 1. The player who throws the ball to the batter in baseball. 2. A container for holding and pouring liquids. Plight. A difficult or dangerous situation, or a solemn pledge. Pneumonia. A lung infection that causes inflammation in the air sacs, often filled with fluid. Poach. 1. To illegally hunt or catch game or fish. 2. To cook by simmering in water. Poacher. 1. A person who illegally hunts or catches animals. 2. A cooking utensil for poaching food. Pollutant. A substance that pollutes the air, water, or soil. Ponder. To think about something carefully, especially before making a decision. Populate. To inhabit or live in a particular area. Posture. The way in which a person holds their body, especially when standing or sitting. Precede. To come before something in time, order, or position. Precedent. An earlier event or action regarded as an example or guide for future circumstances. Precision. The quality of being accurate and exact. Predecessor. A person who held a job or position before someone else. Prediction. A statement about what will happen in the future. Preface. An introduction to a book, typically stating its subject, scope, or aims. Prejudice. Preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Preliminary. Serving as a preparation for something more important, an initial stage. Premature. Happening or done too soon, or before the proper time. Premier. 1. The head of government in some countries. 2. First in importance, order, or position. Prescribe. To officially tell someone to use a medicine or treatment. Prescription. A written instruction from a doctor authorizing a patient to be provided with medicine. Preside. To be in charge of a formal event or meeting. Presidency. The office or position of the president. Presidential. Relating to a president or presidency. Prestige. Widespread respect and admiration felt for someone or something based on a perception of their achievements or quality. Presume. To take something for granted or assume something is true without proof. Preventive. Intended to stop something before it happens. Productivity. The effectiveness of productive effort, especially in industry, as measured in terms of output per unit of input. Proficiency. A high degree of skill or expertise. Profound. Very great or intense, having deep meaning or understanding. Progressive. Favoring or promoting change or innovation, especially in a political or social context. Prohibit. To formally forbid something by law, rule, or other authority. Prohibition. The action of forbidding something, especially by law. Projection. An estimate or forecast of future events based on current trends, the act of projecting something. Prone. Likely to suffer from or do something, typically something undesirable. Propaganda. Information, especially biased or misleading, used to promote a political cause or point of view. Propel. To drive or push something forward. Propeller. A mechanical device used to push or propel a vehicle, especially an aircraft or boat. Prose. Written or spoken language in its ordinary form, without the structured meter of poetry. Prosecute. To institute legal proceedings against someone. Prosecution. The act of conducting legal proceedings against someone in respect of a criminal charge. Prospective. Expected or likely to happen in the future. Provincial. Relating to a province or region, narrow-minded or unsophisticated. Provoke. To stimulate or incite someone to act, usually in anger or frustration. Prowl. To move around stealthily, especially when hunting or searching for prey. Punctual. Happening or doing something at the agreed or proper time. Purify. To remove contaminants or impurities from something. Purity. The condition or quality of being pure, free from contamination. Qualification. A quality or accomplishment that makes someone suitable for a particular job or activity. Quarrelsome. Inclined to argue or provoke disputes. Quench. To satisfy thirst, extinguish a fire, or suppress a desire. Query. A question, especially one expressing doubt or requesting information. Questionnaire. A set of printed or written questions used to gather information. Racism. Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race. Radiant. Sending out light or heat, glowing with happiness or energy. Radiate. To emit energy or heat in the form of rays or waves. Radiation. The emission of energy as electromagnetic waves or as moving subatomic particles. Radiator. A device that radiates heat, typically used in heating systems or cars. Radical. 1. Relating to the fundamental nature of something. Far-reaching or thorough. 2. Advocating for complete political or social change. Raft. A flat structure made of materials like wood or inflatable rubber, used for floating on water. Raid. A sudden attack, often for the purpose of taking something or to cause damage. Random. Made, done, or happening without a specific pattern, plan, or reason. Ransom. A sum of money or other payment demanded or paid for the release of a prisoner. Rash. 1. A red spotty outbreak on the skin. 2. Acting without careful consideration. Rational. Based on reason or logic rather than emotions. Ravage. To cause severe and extensive damage to something. Realism. The practice of accepting a situation as it is and being prepared to deal with it accordingly. Also, a style in art or literature focusing on real, everyday events. Realization. The act of becoming fully aware of something as a fact, the fulfillment of a goal or plan. Rebellion. An act of violent or open resistance to an established government or ruler. Recession. A period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced. Recipient. A person or thing that receives or is awarded something. Recommendation. A suggestion or proposal as to the best course of action, especially one put forward by an authoritative figure. Reconcile. To restore friendly relations between people or groups. Recreational. Relating to activities done for enjoyment or relaxation. Recruit. 1. To enlist someone in the armed forces or for a specific task. 2. A person newly enlisted in the armed forces or new to a group or activity.